Welcome everyone to another episode of Your Smart Continues. I just want to speak to us today about 1% a day. Yes, I want you to stay consistent with it. 1% a day with your positivity. 1% a day with your consistency. And 1% a day with your patience. Because I want you to know that as you currently set the standard for your 2020, you have to know that it's going to take your consistent effort. Your consistent effort in order for you to get past your excuses. And in order for you to stay consistent. I want you to know that a lot of us are struggling in order for us to collaborate. And this is because we're actually going in as equals, which is totally fine. Whenever you meet people in social gatherings and mixers, or even at work or at school, or when you're on a sports team, you're meeting to collaborate. But you all are equals because of your pain to play, right? The reason why you're working at Twitter is because the other person is competent enough to be able to work at Twitter. So you two are both software engineers. Let's say you two are both E5s, and you two are both, you two both went to Ivy League schools, and you two are both competent in coding and programming. And you two are equals, but you are not identical. This is the misconception that a lot of people get. If these two engineers see themselves as equals, they will always be okay in order for them to collaborate. They will have fun together. They will make great projects together. They will create a lot of great things. But when they start to see themselves as identicals, that's when the issues of jealousy is going to come. That's when the issue of envy is going to come. That's when the issue of I'm not getting paid enough. That's when the issue of, hey, my code is less buggier than his code. What's the issue over here? Because the case in point is the fact that we get it misconstrued. None of us are identical. We are only equals, and the equality actually comes from the fact that we're actually being brought in to do the same job by the same person. But after that, we're not identical, because you're not going to sacrifice the mundane hours. You're not going to sacrifice the partying, the late night hanging outs like I would. You're not going to sacrifice all the friendships. You're not going to sacrifice the relationships in order for you to self-improve your life and actually get the knowledge you need to change other people's life. Because it all takes sacrifices. So what are you going to sacrifice in order for you to get yourself to a level where you can be equal? You're equal when you apply to a higher institution, because everybody applies, right? This is the reason why you have a freshman class, you have a sophomore class, and you have a junior class, and you have a senior class, because everybody is equal because of the grade level. But nobody is identical, because in the classroom we have some people getting Fs, we have some people getting A pluses, and we still have some people going to Harvard from the same classroom, because we're not all identical. We're only equals. So I want us to not get that misconstrued as we go into 2020, because that should be a standard. Yeah, I'm equal with you because we're at this company, but we're not identical, because you're not going to sacrifice what I'm willing to sacrifice. You're not going to put in the work that I'm going to put in, and you're not going to do the research like I'm going to do the research. So we're not actually identical. We could just be equals, because we're all privileged in our many different ways. Goodbye.